of one's individual spiritual personality and from the frustrations that result in void philosophy, then one can ultimately attain to the abode of the Supreme Lord.
I told you, I warned you, it was a pretty far out verse in purport. So this last line, so by the slow process of devotional service under the guidance of the bona fide spiritual master, one can attain the higher stage, being freed from all material attachment. So this is the summary of the verse, right? Vita raga bhaya krodha, being freed from attachment, then bhaya, fear, from the fearfulness of one's individual spiritual personality, bhaya, and then krodha, anger, from the frustrations that result in void philosophy. Then one can ultimately attain to the abode of the Supreme Lord. Haribol. Prabhupada is, and no doubt Prabhupada is, when Prabhupada's writing these purports, he has the commentaries of great acharyas, great teachers for hundreds of years, and he's looking at their commentaries, looking at their understanding, and he's distilling that and putting that in here for us. So here the understanding is given that when Krishna says, being freed from attachment, fear and anger, these are the primary attachments, fears and angers that he's talking about. And Prabhupada says it here. So maybe you guys can say, these are the three things: fear, attachment, fear and anger. That's what this verse says. But what are those three relating to? What's the attachment relating to? Sorry? Ego? Yeah. But in general, attachment to? Material attachment, just, yeah. Being that you're ego, but false ego, that you're a material person, that like you are something of the material world. That's the attachment. So what's the fear? What's bhaya, means fear. What's the fear related to? As explained by Prabhupada and the acharyas here. No, it's just in the purport. It's right there. In the very last sentence, or second last sentence, he says what they are. And this whole purport is talking about these three things. That's what we're going to talk about today. Yeah, the fear of their own spiritual, and what does that mean? Do you want to use we got a mic? Bhakta mic? Do you want to use that? And tell us a bit about what that means.
It means the way in which we serve Krishna. So we've all got a unique relationship with the Supreme. Because we've came to this material world, it means that we wanted to get away from our spiritual identity in that way. So that might be why we're fearful from it, because we had the desire to be in the center. So yeah, our spiritual identity would be our eternal position in the way in which we would serve Krishna.
Yeah. So in sort of getting a little more focused and narrowing down to like, what is the fear? Like, if I go surfing, my fear is getting eaten by a shark. And it's kind of like, can't really be bothered doing it because there's like just too much downside for the tiny upside, which is almost nothing, especially as you get older. But what's the... It's about a third of the way down in the purport on page 196. Yeah, what was the first thing you said? Unknown, yeah, fear of the unknown, yeah. Yeah, that's generally fear, that most fear is fear of the unknown. But what's the fear? Yes, that's the fear. That's fear, right? In the materialistic concept, the body is perishable, full of ignorance, completely miserable. Therefore, people in general keep this same bodily idea in mind when they're informed of the personal form of the Lord. For such materialistic people, the form of the gigantic material mass, consequently they consider the the Supreme to be impersonal, because they are too materially absorbed, the concept of retaining the personality after liberation from matter frightens them. That's heavy. Interesting, yeah. So, no, it isn't it? It isn't, but this is what the liberated acharyas are telling us, that this is actually the fear. This is the fear of retaining the personality after liberation. Why is that fearful?
Material senses, and we're in this material world full of suffering, and in relationships we have all our conditioning with relationships, and people hurt us and people don't do this and this, and then so we ultimately just think, oh, it's a person, they're going to let me down, they're going to do this, they're going to do that, and bring all our material attachments into that.
Very good.
Conditioning into that.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've just spoken on a more advanced spiritual level than 98.999% of people who are following spiritual paths. Sorry to sound dogmatic, but yes. Well, what other paths are telling you this? What other spiritual path is telling you this? Has anybody ever heard this before? Buddhism, what? No, but who's telling you this? Except Bhagavad-gita. Yeah, there's nobody's telling you this. That the fear is, if you hear about you are eternally a person, the fear is that you think, oh, being a person is terrible. I suffer so much as a person. So rather than be a person, I don't want to be that. Let me just, become. And this is where the last one is the frustration. These are combined: the fear and the anger, fear and the frustration. Right? The fear, bhaya, and the krodha is anger or frustration. They're both combined in this last one, that when one is fearful of actually being a person that exists beyond, then one feels like, I'd rather just become nothing. Right? Like you said, explain it very well. So I want to ask you all to think about, and part of the answers is given here already, but to think about some other reasons and kind of like get a bit more into the kind of psychology, if you want to say it, but the sort of the deeper motives or what's going on within a person that makes them attracted to this kind of philosophy that ultimately we're not people. This is the impersonal, the Buddhist philosophy, essentially, that everything that makes us a person is just temporary. Right? You've all heard this philosophy, right? We are light, we're spiritual light, and we're formless and everything else like that. And the only thing that makes us people is this conditioning we have, this karma. We get put in this little body, and then we have certain desires, but ultimately we're not people, we're just the light. Krishna is saying here that, and Prabhupada is saying that the fear of eternally existing as a person is what makes people accept that philosophy, including us, because we're all contaminated by that. We're all, from a bhakti point of view, we're contaminated. Of course, the Buddhists are not going to tell you they're contaminated. They'll say, oh, you're very good. But from the bhakti shastra, it's a contamination. And we all have it. Everybody. Indian, non-Indian, everybody. And this is why, right? This is why. So I want you all to think about what makes that kind of philosophy attractive to somebody. What is it that makes that a philosophy? And there's this reason, there's a few other reasons that I can think of as well. And what makes this philosophy very unattractive to pure devotees, people who are on prema, who are on this higher level? They're already in their relationship with Krishna. They're on that supremely perfect, pure, their hearts are totally full, just overflowing with divine love. What makes that philosophy unattractive to those people? Is that your question? That's the question for today. So have a think about that. You can share. Yep. Monique?
I would say it's attractive because it's like one of those escape jail cards in a way, where it's escapism, or it just seems like an easy way out just to not interact with the material world because we just can't cope with it. But wouldn't you say that's like false renunciation in a way?
So that I think you're more touching on the mechanics of the process, if I'm right, about that. Okay, we're just gonna, withdraw and sit on a mountain somewhere, and that's part of it. But I'm really asking for like the ultimate goal. When people take that ultimate goal of saying, all right, the ultimate goal of my spiritual practice, whatever it is that I'll just become, like Prabhupada says here, a bubble that merges back into the bubbles of the ocean, or I'll be a drop that merges back into the ocean, or a light that merges back into light, or what, like that philosophy. That, why is that attractive to people? That philosophy, because it's kind of quite polar. It's like they're sort of one or the other. Like you either believe that, or not believe, but you either have the understanding that spiritual perfection means that I become a perfect person. I'm a person now, but I'm an imperfect person. I have an imperfect body, which is temporary, it's full of miseries, but I can go somewhere get rid of all of this conditioning, and underneath there's a person. There's somebody that's experiencing. That's bhakti. And the impersonal, the Buddhist, is once you take away all of this stuff, or take away all the conditioning, you're left with either nothing in Buddhism, shunyabhati, or you're left with just undifferentiated spirit. There's just one type of spirit, Brahman, which is sort of almost the same thing, essentially the same thing. But you're not a person. That's the important thing. So that having that philosophy, why is that attractive to some people? Why? You see it? Do you want to say more?
I don't think I have an answer.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, we'll keep going. But you're right about the practicality of it. Is to live like that is just to say, you're kind of like sour grapes. I can't make my relationship work, so I'm not going to have relationships anymore. That's it. With, whatever. The world in general. So yeah, it's yeah.
I was asking a question this morning to KK about, because it says in Dhammadaraskam how I don't want any impersonal liberation, but I always want to have Krishna in my heart. And I was kind of asking, like, the way that was worded was almost like, it's like they weren't asking for, like, and I don't want this, I only want this, but it's like that's the highest perfectional stage.
He doesn't say, doesn't he say, I don't want impersonal liberation, I only want your devotional service, is it? Or am I thinking...
This is in a Dhammadarastikam this morning. It was saying how I don't want impersonal liberation or even eternal life in Vaikuntha. I only want Gopal eternally residing within my heart. And I was asking him why that was the case, because I thought that it's liberating to always have Krishna in the heart, because he's the one that's given everyone everything. And he said that the impersonal liberation, that's just on the neutral level. So, you're going from having this false ego, this false sense of identity, to then having seemingly nothing, like you say, bubbles in the ocean. But that's just on the neutral level. They don't see then the positive, which is an ever-expanding kind of reciprocation with Krishna, that you can have that relationship. They don't see that. So then I guess it's kind of like touching on what Veda said. I can't say why people would probably want that, just because it's like get all of that away from me and just merge into this kind of what they think is undifferentiated bliss, but they don't see the bliss in the kind of reciprocation, I guess.
Yeah. And So now we're getting into the question of like, why don't devotees? And that's literally what this verse is saying, right? The second question, why don't pure devotees like that philosophy? Or why don't they like that? And yeah, what's the... Keep going with that. Like what's the... On a more like down-to-earth like level, like what's the problem? Why don't they like... And it's not just a matter of philosophy like, oh, it's sort of the neutral position or something. Like they really don't like it. Like even the thought of it. There's many examples where that... Yep.
Is it because the way you experience love, which is the highest thing in existence, and like the highest vibrational frequency also, the way that you experience that is between two persons or two beings.
Yeah.
So therefore, if you don't have two beings and you're merged into the oneness, then there's no way of experiencing that. There might be like some kind of bliss, but there's not this like loving reciprocal relationship that goes on between two beings.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so if people who are on that higher level, like they're not just like theoretically, oh yeah, Krishna, whatever. Like they're, you know, if you read Chikshastikam and these writings of acharyas, they're like in the highest levels of, you know, like the most intense experience of love in this world, which is, you know, whatever, you're engaged to someone and it's all perfect and your parents and their parents are so supportive and the community's supportive, and then, you know, like just whatever that peak experience of that is, like that's just like a drop. Just understand it. It's not a theory. They're experiencing something beyond. So for them, they're having intense experience with their beloved, Krishna. And if you tell them, oh, your beloved doesn't exist, then how do they feel? That's how they feel. It's like telling, you know, your wife doesn't exist, it's just illusion, or your husband, whatever. They're actually having a relationship with Krishna on the eternal platform. So for them, the idea, although, and this is all tied up in this verse, that although when we're suffering in the material world, it's like a relief, right? It's like, oh, Brahman, it's all peace, it's all just, we feel, oh, that's a relief. But that's just because we're suffering, right? But when you're in bhakti, that's hellish. Like literally they describe it as hellish, like going to hell. Like literally they'd rather go to hell and be like tortured and still have their relationship to Krishna than to merge where that aspect of the soul has, according to the Bhakti Shastra, it has Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat, eternity, Chit, knowledge, Ananda, bliss. So that Brahman is just the first portion. It's just the eternity portion. And you're basically switching off the knowledge and the bliss. There's some knowledge is there, but certainly the bliss is not there. So the functions of the soul are reduced, and you basically, you know, through your desire, you become just an inert Brahman, part of the whole. And that's a big step down for someone who's on that level. So yeah. It's blissful. It's blissful compared to the material world, like in that sense. But if you look in Sanskrit, bliss means ananda. Like it's not described as ananda. Some maybe in some scripture, some people, but it's described. There's like levels of happiness, and the happiness on this planet might be the happiness of being, I don't know, the king of. Nowadays, God knows what's all degraded. But imagine a king, like even the king of Kuwait or something like that. Like nowadays, it's hard to get your head around. And they're doing all kinds of sinful things and oil and meat and everything. So that's not even a good example. But imagine a pious king on this planet. So you're like, you know, the enjoyable situation of that. Everybody's pious, it's wonderful. Now, in the heavens, it's beyond that. We're talking about Indra and these beings. Inconceivably more. So they say all of that, whatever we can imagine, being, I don't know, Taylor Swift or whoever you want, like somebody that's just like, oh my God, you can just fly anywhere, wherever you want it. Every time you get off the plane, there's like 200,000 people calling to you, sing for, like, I don't know, what else? Who else is enjoying more than Taylor Swift? I don't know. But you get the idea. But the acharyas talk like that. So there's this level and beyond anything of this world is the bliss of Brahman. That makes that bliss of this material world, because ultimately anything of this material world is to do with the temporary material elements, right? Earth, water, fire, air, ether. It's these dead matter that our souls are identifying with and saying, yeah, all right, I'm a this and I'm a that, and I'm able to do this and that, and we're feeling some enjoyment. But it's total vicarious enjoyment, right? You know what vicarious means, right? Somebody else is enjoying and you're just watching. Vicarious. Like we're literally enjoying vicariously in this material world. Because these are material elements. They're nothing to do with us. We're just identifying, oh, this is my body. In the same way we identify the car. It's weird. I know, I'm sorry, but that's a fact. But the enjoyment, so then once you get out of all of that and you take off all of the coverings and you experience free spirit, then that's just beyond. That's like, the water, what is it? The water in the hoof print of a calf or something like that is material enjoyment. And then the bliss of just being in free spirit, of being completely liberated from all coverings of matter is like an ocean. So there's that level of bliss. But then that bliss, whatever that whole ocean of bliss is like a drop of the bliss of pure bhakti. Like that's actual bliss. Because you're not just feeling amazing to be relieved from all these material coverings, you're actively engaging in spirit with your real identity. Like the bliss, I mean, it's an imperfect example, but somebody they have a job, and at their job they're a manager of some part of the factory, and they have their uniform and they do their job, and there's a certain enjoyment there, they're doing that. But then when they go home and they're just daddy, or they're just the wife or the husband, that's like a deeper level. Like they've taken off that covering. So that's an imperfect example, but in the spiritual world, we don't have any coverings. We're actually our soul, and that's the real bliss. That's there. So yeah. So this is the fear is that we have suffered so much in this material identity. We've suffered so much from having relationships in this world, good, bad, whatever. And we think, well, the ultimate perfection must be if I have no relationships. That sounds like a good thing, right? So when you hear that actually the ultimate perfection is you're still a person, fearful. I don't think I want that. That's the fear. And then the frustration is from that. All right, so I don't want that. So now, okay, I'm going to accept that I'll basically become nothing. Now, I wanted to go, we've only got 10 more minutes, but I want to go a little bit deeper into what are some of the, if you want to say, emotional experiences or the psychology of people who are believing in that. What's another reason why somebody would like that kind of philosophy? Any ideas? Harvey? Oh, wow. That's huge. Anybody thought of that? It's pretty big, isn't it? What if you say, well, I don't know, I tried to become a lawyer and doctor, I tried to become a politician, I tried to become a big business guy, I tried to become the most famous musician or actor there was, it all failed. But here I can go to this place and I can become God. Best. It's the inherent sort of, there's an inherently, and it's not a spiritual consideration, but I'm bringing it up because it's important to think about that. when we have this kind of contamination, a part of that is saying that ultimately we are identical with Supreme Spirit. Ultimately we are identical with God. So a part of that philosophy of saying we don't have any identity, there's no eternal God, God doesn't have a personality, is the saying that actually we become God. Now that's a pretty big thing for a mortal soul to kind of digest, right? And if you think about it, and if you talk to people that have this kind of impersonal philosophy, you'll see it come out from time to time. And they'll say, yeah, this and this and this, but ultimately, well, it's all going to be, there's this kind of like, ultimately, I'm going to become God, so it's all good. And that according to Bhakti scriptures, is not, it's not a way to progress, especially in Bhakti, because we have to cultivate that. In Bhakti, we're cultivating that we are eternal servants of the Lord. This is given in Chaitanya Charitamrita. The Supreme Person, He's the supreme source of all love. And we naturally just gravitate to that. Just like if, Barack Obama or something walked into the farm, everyone would be like, oh my God, Barack Obama's there. Oh my, wow, how come here? He's just such a next level person than any of us here, and his experience and everything, or anybody, whoever it is, you think, we would just naturally go, wow, what was it like to live in the White? Like, wouldn't you have so many questions? If you could have an hour, sitting with, anyone else, or an hour sitting with just whoever, any person, like you naturally, you wouldn't have to try, right? Oh, what's it like to be you? What's it like to be whoever your kind of person is? Well, yeah, I don't think he went there, but that's the thing is with Krishna, he is the source of it. He is everything. He has all love. He has all relationship. Is God. God has all that, and we just naturally. It's not like we go, oh God, eternally, man, I have to be the servant. It's not like that. It's just that eternally. Does anyone ever think like that? Is that only me? But when you read from when the great acharyas are talking about what their experience is, it's not like that at all. And in fact, in the spiritual world, everything runs on gradations of love. It doesn't run on gradations of power, and that's why we get it mixed up. We think when we go to the ultimate, perfection is that God is there eternally and I'm there serving Him eternally. And we think in terms of power, oh, He's got power over me. But in the spiritual world, and this is a great time to talk about this in the Dhammarasika month, that all the residents of spiritual world, they love Krishna more. They also love their own kids. You can read when Lord Brahma stole the cows and the cowherd boys, the parents, they love their kids. And then when Krishna manifested to their kids, they loved him. They loved the kids even more. But Krishna is the center of everybody's love. He's not the center of everybody's government, or the center of power. We think in that way. So that's something that if we have when we have that philosophy that yes, we will. There's no ultimate personality, and we will, eventually we'll not become people and we'll merge into God. We're essentially saying we can be God. And this is, very much not the philosophy of Lord Chaitanya, right? He said, Jiva Srupahoy, Krishna and Nityadas. So this is one thing that if by having that philosophy, it allows us to think that, it's kind of quite a elevated sense of oneself. Somebody might think, yeah, I'm really special, I'm the smartest person here, I'm the smartest person there, I'm better looking than, 10 other people. But to think I'm God, that's just the next level of sort of, hubris. It's quite a high level. And so this is why devotees, pure devotees, they're not attracted to this philosophy. And it's why people in general, materialistic people, are very attracted to this philosophy. Because one, it tells you that you can, you can give up all suffering. There's no, the challenge is what Veda was saying before. We've suffered so much due to relationship, so ultimate perfection is no relationship, so there's no suffering. Fantastic. Not only that, you get to become God. Wow. That's all into it as well. But the pure devotees, they're not attracted to this at all, because it takes that Satchit Ananda, it takes the Ananda element out of the soul, the relationship element out of the soul, that the soul has inherent relationship. The soul is not just light that has relationship coverings of earth, water, fire, ether, but the soul actually intrinsically is a person. This is what the Bhakti Shastras are telling us. And that is the perfection to maintain the Satchit Ananda. And we can see when people follow, when you've been chanting Hare Krishna and trying to follow Bhakti for many, many years, and you see people who've been following Buddhism. I don't want to get down on Buddhism. It's fantastic. It's a bona fide spiritual path. But when you see people who are following that philosophy, you feel like they're becoming less of a person. You feel like they're becoming smaller. Like that's how I feel, like not just philosophically, but when I meet people, it's like they're sort of like restricting, that they're becoming less. And Bhakti, but people who've been following Bhakti for many decades, they're becoming more. They're becoming like there's more qualities, there's more appreciation, so it's a very practical thing. And you can see that how that relates to this Satchit Ananda, that the knowledge chit and the Ananda bliss part of the soul, they're just basically turning away from continually. Oh, there's no Ananda, no. There's no relationship. I just have the relationship now, but it doesn't really exist, so I just try to sort of let go. You become like a stone. You become just existence, which is not much fun. Okay, so we'll stop there. Thank you everybody for coming for class. We're going to have an amazing Dhammadarastikam program now. Is there any final comments or question from anyone about this? This is a great time to discuss these points when we're doing Dhammadarastikam, because literally we can see in this prayer that this is what the prayer is, that we don't want to merge and become nothing. No, we want to serve Krishna, want to taste that love of serving Krishna. See, experience his Radha Krishna. What is their love? We want to experience that. Yeah, so we can meditate on these things. Shri Bhagavad-gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So I think we're going to have some talks now by somebody.
I'll need the. Can I have the demons set in the lighter?
They're not soaked in ghee yet. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashaya Bhutale Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namaste Saraswati Deve Vishesha Vadi Deshata Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. We're done in 2 minutes. Hare Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Govardhan Hari Radha, Govardhan Hari Shri Radhe. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jaya. Jai Gaura Premanande.
Bhavi ki jai. Thank you, Bhavi, for such a beautiful kirtan. Welcome, everybody, for this year's opening ceremony for Kartik. For those of you I haven't met before, my name is Dharma Rupini, and it's so nice to see so many of you here. We've got Prabhupada disciples, we've got residents from the farm, Krishna Pad, we've got the Tukaram crew. Hands up, Tukaram crew. Yay! Hari-Bol. Welcome to New Govardhan. And there's some new faces from the village up here also, so welcome. Of course, for the residents, you may know about Kartik, you may have practiced it many, many times, but for many new faces here, they may have their first Kartik. So I'm just going to explain a little bit about it for you. Kartik is a unique opportunity for all of us to observe the month of Kartik, where even a little devotional service yields the biggest result. In this world, we know of special times in the year that bring valuable gifts. The summer gives us warmth, the beginning of autumn many fruits, and late winter brings cold, and early spring brings flowers. According to the 16th chapter of Hari Bhakti Vilasa, the month of Kartik gives us inexhaustible spiritual benefits. The scriptures hence variously describe how even little amounts of devotional service are regarded by the Lord as very special when they are done during the month of his beloved Srimati Radharani. Srila Prabhupada told his disciples that even unserious persons who execute devotional service during this month of Kartik are easily awarded the Lord's personal service. For this special month, the devotees take to various devotional practices which bring them closer contact with Srimati Radharani and Krishna. Traditionally, these vows are executed in the sacred land of Vrindavan, but they are certainly not limited to Vraj. If you cannot be in Vrindavan physically during this time, make sure your heart is there by remembering the pastime, places, or looking at the many beautiful pictures of Raj taken by the devotees on their many pilgrimages. You can expect that your resolve will be tested, but rest assured that you will pass all tests if you remember your priority, to please Srimati Radharani by engaging in devotional service to the Lord. If Sri Radha is merciful to you, then every obstacle will be removed. Please know the main point of observing the month of Kartik is to increase our attraction to Krishna. And of course, here we are in New Govardhan, which is a very, very holy place. So it is like we are in Vraj within our hearts. And Dhruti has so nicely set up a table up here for all of us. And it has different meditations that you can use throughout the month. So you might like to just start contemplating what is it that you would like to do in your devotional service for this month to deepen your connection with Krishna. So Dhruti has got beautiful things like attending the morning program, chanting the Maha Mantra, devotional service, prayers, personal Kartik intentions, reading Srila Prabhupada's books, and offering a lamp. So every morning and evening here in the temple at 7:15 in the morning, we can come and we can offer a lamp to the deities, to Krishna and Radharani. And you can say thank you in your heart, especially if you're new and you're thinking, why am I offering a lamp? You're offering your heart, your love, your affection, your attention. And then we'll do the same thing in the evening time at 6 p.m. So please, please come if you like and offering a light. You can do it in the morning and night. You can do it just the morning, just the night, according to your day. And there'll be the Damodarastakam prayers. And for those of you who are new, you've probably never heard them before. So if you want to see me, I can share it with you on YouTube and you can listen to it to get familiar with it. And there's also little prayer cards that will be handed out in case you don't know the prayer. So I'm going to hand you over to Narahari now. And he's going to take us through the next stage of this program.
Thanks everyone for coming.
Haribol, dear devotees. What we're going to do next is going to be Sankalpa. And Kartik is known for vratas or vows, like Dhammarupini Maharaj was explaining. You can take on a little bit extra service or something, extra rounds, or it's like a Damodar Mas is also known as like a super sale for bhakti. Like everything you do just multiplies even more. So every day just do a little bit more. So before you start on these vows, generally there's something that's called sankalpa, or where you kind of set your intentions, before you start this journey. So before we get to sankalpa, we'll also chant what's called swasti vachana, and that's basically asking for blessings, asking for auspiciousness, asking that whatever obstacles there might be in performing these vows, they get removed, and so that we can do the best we can in our practices, not just throughout the year, but also specifically for Damodar month. So I'll read the Sanskrit Sankalpa, and at one point when we go, I'll read the English out now, and then when I get to the Sanskrit part, all of you will have to say your name. So it's like, I, Bhakta Lucas, will make this journey, and you're kind of putting that vow or intention in front of the deities, in front of Srila Prabhupada, amongst the devotees, that, you will try your best to do something a little extra for Krishna for this whole month. So the English goes like this. It's a bit of like a geography and astrology kind of mixed together. It goes, at this moment, in the second half of Brahma's life, in the Shweta Varaha Kalpa, during the rule of Vaivasvata Manu, on the first half of the 28th Kali Yuga, at the 20th dawn of this day, in the 530th year after the appearance of Lord Gauranga, in the southern course of the sun, during the spring season, in the month of Damodar, on the waning phase of the moon, on the second lunar day, on an auspicious day under the Revati Nakshatra, in the land of Australia, at Sri New Govardhan Dham, on this auspicious day, I, servant of Lord Sri Radha Govardhandhari, for the pleasure of the Lord, along with the assembly of devotees, will perform my spiritual vows during the auspicious month of Damodar. So that's the English that we're going to do. So I'll chant Swasti Vachana first, and then we'll go through the Sankalpa. Harihi Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryan Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Punantu Ma Deva Janaha Punantu Mana Sadhyaha Punantu Vishwa Bhutani Jata Vedaf Punihima. Om Asya Karmanaf Punyaham Bhavanto Bhravanto. Om Punyaham Om Punyaham Om Punyaham. Om Udgadeva Shukune Samagayasi Brahmaputrai Vasavane Susamsasi Risheva Vaji Sushumati Rapitya Sarvato Nashakune Bhadramavada Vishwato Nashakune Punyamavada. Om asya karmana swasti bhavanto brahvantu ayushmate swasti. Om swasti. Om swasti. Om swasti. Om swasti no indra vridrashravaha. Swasti nah pusha vishwavedaha. Swasti nastaksho aristanemihi. Swasti no brihaspatir dadatu. Om asya karmano riddhim bhavanto brahvantu. Om riddhyatam, om riddhyatam, om riddhyatam. Om riddhyamastomam shanaya bhavajamano mantram. Sarateho payaptam yashona pakvam vargo swantara bhutam sha ashvinah kamam apraha. Om swasti no govindaha swasti no achyutananta swasti no vasudeva vishnu dadatu swasti no narayana naro vai swasti no padmanabha purushottama dadatu swasti no vishwakseno vishveshwaraha swasti no rishikesha harir dadatu swasti no vainate yo harihi swasti no anjana sutta hanur bhagavato dadatu swasti swasti sumangalaikesha mahanshi krishna satchidananda gana sarveshwareshwara dadatu. Om shanti shanti shanti. Now we'll do the sankalpa. So whatever intentions, whatever you want to do for Kartik, keep that in your heart and pray to the deities. Om Govinda Govinda Govinda. Om Tassad Atya Brahmano Dvitiya Parardhe Shri Shveta Varaha Kalpe Vaivasvatakya Manvantare Ashta Vimsati Kaligasya Pratama Sandhyayam Brahmano Vimsato Vartamanayam Ashta Trimshati Uttara Panchashata Gaurabdhe Dakshinayane Vasantarita Kartika Mase Gaura Pakshe Purnimatita Brihaspati Varanvitayam Revati Nakshatra Samyutayam Australia Mahadeshe Shinyo Govardhan Dhamni Asmin Shivadivase Aham. Now everyone please say your name and repeat after me. Dasaha Shri Shri Radha Govardhan Dhari Prityartham Damodara Masa Vrata Maha Mahotsavam Sajjananam Sahitam Vayam Karishyamahe. Om Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Radha Damodar ki.
Just for a little bit of clarity on making your commitment to your vow or your sankalpa, on these beautiful pieces of paper that Driti's designed, it has the different days of the month. So as you go along, you can tick off whether you honoured your goal, your sankalpa. So something that is measured is very good. My spiritual master always says that consistency is king. So it's a nice way for us to be able to see, am I showing up for my sankalpa?
And you can simply put it on your fridge or next to your nightstand, somewhere that's comfortable for you, so you can see it daily and measure your intentions. Okay? Are we going to have a kirtan now? Yeah, we're going to have the arti. So if everyone would like to stand to get ready for the arti. Oh no? Dhamma, okay. Thanks, Druti.
Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe Namam Vishwaram Sachit Anandarupa Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Namam Vishwaram Sachit Anandarupa Lasat Kundalam Namam Ishwaram Sachi Anandarupa Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Namam Ishwaram Yashoda Bhiyalukaladhavamana Paramrishtamatyantato Drutagopya Yashoda Bhiyalukaladhavamana Paramrishtamatyantato Yashoda Bhiyalukaladhavamana Paramrishtamatyantato Drutagopya Yashoda Bhiyalukaladhavamana Paramrishtamatyantato Drutagopya Rudhanta Muhurnetram Yugmamrichanta Haram Bhoja Yugme Nasta Tanka Netram Rudhanta Mohor Netram Yugmamrichanta Haram Bhoja Yugme Nasta Mohoshvasakam patrirekam kakanta Sitagravam damodaram bhakti badam Mohoshvasakam patrirekam kakanta Sitagravam damodaram bhakti-vada Mohoshvasakam patrirekam kakanta Sitagravam damodaram bhakti-vada Mohoshvasakam patrirekam kakanta Sitagravam damodaram Iti driksalila bhirananda kunde Svagosham nimajantam akyapayantam Iti driksalila bhirananda kunde Svagosham nimajantam akyapayantam Tadiyeshitageshu bhakta jitatvam Puna prematastam shata vritti vande Tadiyeshitageshu bhakta jitatvam Puna prematastam shata Tadiyeshitageshu bhakta jitatvam Puna prematastam shata vritti vande Tadiyeshitageshu bhakta jitatvam Puna prematastam shata vritti vande Varam deva moksham na moksham vadim va Nachanyam rineham vare shadapiha Varam deva moksham na moksham vadim va Nachanyam rineham Idam te vapurnata gopala balam Sadame manasya virastam kimanyai Idam te vapurnata Sadame manasya virastam kimanyai Idam te vapurnata gopala bala Sadame manasya virastam kimanyai Idam te vapurnata gopala bala Sadame manasya virastam kimanyai Idam te mukam bojam atyanta nilay Vritam kuntalai snigdha raktasya gopya Idam te mukam bojam atyanta nilay Vritam kuntalai snigdha raktasya gopya Idam te mukam bojam atyanta nilay Vritam kuntalai snigdha raktasya gopya Idam te mukam bojam atyanta nilay Vitam Kundalai Snigdha Rakshasagam Mohoschumbitam Bimba Raktadharam Me Manasya Virastamalam Lakshalabhai 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 Namadeva Damodarananta Vishnu Prasida Prabodhuka Jalabdi Magna Namadeva Damodarananta Vishnu Prasida Prabodhuka Kripa drishti vrishtyati dinam batanu Ihane shamama gyame dakshi drishtya Kripa drishti vrishtyati dinam batanu Ihane shamama gyame dakshi drishtya Kripa drishti vrishtyati dinam batanu Rihane shamama gyame dakshi drishya Kripa drishti vrishtyati dinam batanu Rihane shamama gyame dakshi drishya Kuveratmajo Bada Murtyaiva Yadva Tvaya Mochitao Bhaktim Dhau Kritau Cha Kuveratmajo Bada Murtyaiva Yadva Tvaya Mochitao Bhakti Bhajak Kuveratmajo Badha Murtyaiva Yadvan Tvaya Mochitao Bhakti Bhajao Kritau Cha Kuveratmajo Badha Murtyaiva Yadvan Tvaya Mochitao Bhakti Bhajao Kritau Cha Tata prema bhaktim swakame prayacha Namokshe graho mesti damodareha Tata prema bhaktim swakame prayacha Namokshe graho mesti damodareha Tata prema bhaktim sakame prayacha Namokshe graho mesti damodareha Tata prema bhaktim sakame prayacha Namokshe graho mesti damodareha Namaste Studamne Spuradipti Damne Tvadiyodharayata Vishwasya Dhamne Namaste Studamne Spuradipti Damne Tvadiyodharayata Namaste Sudhamne Spuradipti Dhamne Tvadiya Dharaya Ta Vishwasya Dhamne Namaste Sudhamne Spuradipti Dhamne Tvadiya Dharaya Ta Vishwasya Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya Namo Nandalilaya Devaya Tubhya Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya Namo Nandalilaya Devaya Tubhya Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya Namo Nandalilaya Devaya Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya Namo Nandalilaya Devaya Tubhya Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya Namo Nandalilaya Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya Namo Nandalilaya Devaya Tubhya Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya Namo Nandalilaya Devaya Tubhya Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya Namo Nandalilaya Devaya Tubhya Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya Namo Nandalilaya Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Shri Radhe Srila Prabhupada Pranadhana hai la Srila Prabhupada Pranadhana hai la Jaya Radha Govardhan Dhari Radha Govardhan Dhari Shri Radhe Jaya Radha Govardhan Dhari Radha Govardhan Dhari Shri Radhe Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Gaura Nitai Gaura Nitai Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Haribo, 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 Gaur Haribo, Gaur Haribo. Shri Radha Damodar Ki. To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who I, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind by her who ran after him with great speed. To that Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisances.
O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me.
O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you. O Damodar, O Nanta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, be pleased upon me. By showering your cleansing mercy upon me, deliver this poor ignorant fool, who is immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrow, and become visible to my eyes.
O Lord Damodar, just as the two sons of Pureva Manigrira, Alakavera, delivered from the curse of Narada, made into great devotees by you, in the form of the baby tied with the ropes or wooden grinding mortar. In the same way, please give me your own prema bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation.
O Lord Damodar, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent robe which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord, who displays unlimited passion.
Jai. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Tulsi, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time, all together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time, all together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Govardhan, Hari Radhe Radhe. Jaya Radha Govardhan, Hari Radhe Radhe. Bolo Radha Govardhan, Hari Radhe Radhe. Jaya Radha Damodar, Radhe Radhe. Bolo Radha Damodar, Radhe Radhe. Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Haribo, Nitai Gaura Haribo. Nitai Gaura Premanandi.
Kiba Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Aruti Kasubha Jano Vitato Vane Jagamana Lobha Kibodokine Nitai Chan Bame Godadha Nikate Advaito Sini Baso Chatrodharo Kibo Bosi Ache Gaurachan Ratno Shingho Sane Aroti Kore no Brahma Adidevo Gane Narahari Adi Kori Chamar Dhulaya Sanjaya Mukunda Pashu Gosadnigaya Kiva Sangha Baje Ganto Baje Baje Karutalo Madhura Mridanga Baje Paramarasala No Shankha Baje Ganto Baje Madhur 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 Baje No Shankha Baje Ganto Baje Madhur 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 Baje Shankha Baje Ganto Baje Madhur Madhur मधुर बाजे शंका बाजे घंट बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे आओ मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल ही बबहो कति चंद्र जी ने वदनयुताला गाला देते बन्नो मालो करे जालो माला किबा शिवा तुका नारदा प्रेमे गदो गादो भाकती विनोद देखे गौरार संपाद जय जय गौरचंदे आरती का शोभा जानविता तो वाने जगमन लोभा गौरंगेर रतिक शोभा जगजन माना 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 लोभा जगजन माना लोभा जगजन माना लोभा निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Saminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Procharine Nirvisesa Shunyavadi Paschatade Sotarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Nitai Gauranga, Jayo Nitai Gauranga. Oh, Jai Sacinandana Gaura Hare. Nitai Gauranga, Jayo Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga, Jayo Nitai Gauranga. Oh, Jai Sacinandana Gaura Hare. Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai. Jai Krishna Balaram, Jai Giri Govardhan, Jai Krishna Balaram, Jai Giri Govardhan. Jaya Radha Govardhan Hari Radha Govardhan Hari Radhe. Jaya Radha Govardhan Hari Radha Govardhan Hari Radhe. Oh, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Oh, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Oh Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Sisi Nitai Gaur Premanande. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Paribrajacharya Stotra Satasi Shrimad, His Divine Grace Abhai Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. ISKCON BBT founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Prem se gaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Binda ki Jai. Sisi Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Sham Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan ki Jai. Sisi Radha Govardhan Dhari ke Sisi Krishna Balaram ke Giriraj Govardhan Dhari ke Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ke Samabheto Bhakta Binda ki Gaur Premanande. Glories to the assembled devotees. Glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Glories to Sisi Guru Gauranga. Glories to Srila Prabhupada. Oh, Muktaram. Muktaram, you want to sing Nishinga? Yeah, please. Nishinga Pranam.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladadaine. Praladadaine. Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha. Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha. Shilatankana Kalaye. Shilatankana Kalaye. Tito Nrisingha Parato Nrisingha. Tito Nrisingha Parato Nrisingha. Yato Yato Yamitato Nrisingha. Yato Yato Yamitato Nrisingha.
Bahe Nrsimha Hridaye Nrsimha Bahe Nrsimha Hridaye Nrsimha Nrsimha Madim Sharanam Prapadye Narasingha Madim Sharanam Prapadye Tabakara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Sringha Talita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringha Keshavadrita Narahariropa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Keshavadrita Narahariropa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Keshavadrita Narahariropa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Nrsimha Dev, Nrsimha Dev, Nrsimha Dev, Jaya Nrsimha Dev. Jaya Nrsimha Dev, Nrsimha Dev, Nrsimha Dev, Jaya Nrsimha Dev. Jaya Bhakta Pralad, Bhakta Pralad, Bhakta Pralad, Jaya Bhakta Pralad. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nrsimha Bhagavan ki jai, Bhakta Prahlad Maharaj ki jai.
Sometimes. Alright. Yeah. I mean, you kind of like, it's not, you know, we're doing it together, so it's like.
Yeah, I should be following you though. Yeah.
What's your name? No, that's okay. Look to Rob. Danny. Yeah. Are you staying?